Hey everybody. All right, so today is about loose powder foundation. I hope you guys have seen the post already, but if not, just a little slight recap. Loose powder is legit one of my favorite foundations in the summer. Because it's lightweight, it has great coverage, and it's easy to apply, easy to carry around, it legit is my go-to foundation. However, there's a few things that you want to be mindful of before choosing the loose powder foundation, okay? If your skin is incredibly oily, okay? I'm talking like grease monkey oily, or like you clean your face and within like a couple hours, the oils are just pouring onto your skin. Loose powder is not for you. If your skin is excessively dry, I mean like lacking super hydration, constantly getting, flakes and constantly peeling, loose powder is not for you, okay? And that's just with like any powder foundation. So you can use loose powder foundation if you have oily or dry skin. You just have to be mindful to how much it is, okay? So if you have like semi-relatively oily skin, before you apply a powdered or loose powder foundation, you want to make sure that you have a really great pore cleanser that helps remove dirt and excess oils, okay? And if you've done that and you still get a little sweaty and a little oily, you can get oil blotting cloths, so you can take those things and kind of blot them around your face so that it kind of removes that. What happens is if you do not take care of those excess oils before applying a loose powder, once you apply the powder will not dry into your skin. What it will do is start to sweat off and just kind of drag down. And that just sort of sucks, right? So you want to be mindful of that. If your skin is really dry, and you put this on, all it's gonna do is enhance the dry areas. So I get really dry in my nose, and I get really dry, like sometimes around here, but mostly in my nose, and like sometimes right in here, I get really dry. So if I don't take care of that dryness beforehand, and I put this on, and I go out and people get up really close, they're going to see this discoloration, and they're gonna see the dry and cracking areas on my face. It's awful. So if you have dry skin, you need to make sure that you use a moisture cleanser before you apply. You must use a great face moisturizer, okay? If you have very dry skin, a moisturizer is absolutely a must, okay? And regardless if you have oily or you have dry skin, for a loose powder foundation, it is highly recommended that you use the face primer, okay? So I'm gonna go through this, and I'm gonna let you know right now that I don't have a loose powder currently that goes with my skin. This is my summer shade. So I'm going to look a little ridiculous. So, we talked about color matching. You still want to color match, but for demonstration purposes, we're going a little off base. All right, so you're gonna grab your face primer and you're gonna put it all over your face, okay? Now, even after you put your moisturizer on, if you have dry skin, you want to make sure that you put a primer on, okay? And what I do sometimes as well, especially in the summer, because this is when I use the loose powder the most, is I pair it with my BB cream. So it's like I put the primer and then I put this on top. It's giving me the extra moisture and it helps retain the powder better. So, and it gives me a thicker coverage. But we are gonna do a thinner coverage today. So this comes in various shades, so make sure that you really color match yourself well, color match your clients. Ask any of us for help if you're unsure, because you don't want to have like the wrong loose powder foundation, because these do go on a little darker than what you're probably used to with your liquid. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this up. It's got this little cute little area where you can put a blotting sponge. So I'm just gonna lift that up. It's really dark. You see that? I'm not that dark right now. So it's okay. We're just going to grab a little, okay? And then you're just going to apply it around, okay? You see how dark that is? I'm this dark in the summer, but the winter, it's like, no. The winter, I'm a ghost. So as you can see, it's light coverage. As you can see, I have some acne on my face. I had a really bad reaction to a product and it made me break out like crazy. Okay. So ladies, I'm gonna just put this around just so it doesn't look all nutso. But here's the thing, okay? If you want a thicker coverage, you can layer it. But if you have really, really dry skin, layering it is only going to emphasize the dry skin. And if you have really oily skin, it's just going to show streaking because the oils are seeping through, okay? So the best bet for you, if you're using this as your go-to, is to use a BB cream as your foundation underneath your loose powder, okay? So as you can see, it's really dark, but that's okay because I just want you guys to get the basis, okay? It has really good coverage. It took out the redness, okay? It's not thick. It is long lasting, but it lasts a lot better when you have a primer. When you put this on without any base on your face, it's just not gonna stay on. It's gonna look really powdery and it's just gonna be awful. So you need to make sure face moisturizer, face primer, you can opt in or out for BB cream and then you place this on. You can use a cream or a liquid foundation as well underneath this if you want to. What I do sometimes as well is I'll put a layer of concealer on the areas that I want to conceal. So on my perfecting concealer, and then I'll put this on top of it. Concealers, if you're using a liquid concealer, they're perfect to use underneath a powder because it gives you the highlight, the contour, plus the disguising and downplaying of the areas that you want to mask. So just keep that in mind. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions at any time about this, ladies, feel free to ask myself, Mary, Kristen, or any one of the other beautiful ladies on the team. Bye.